Okay, welcome back. This is part two of carving the Hillbilly, or the Backwoods bottle stopper. Some of you may notice that this blank looks maybe a little bit different than the last one, and I had to redo it. I was carving this portion, and the audio stopped. So this is the next attempt. So anyway, so I've rounded him off pretty close to the same shape as what we had on the other one. And so what I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and just draw some marks here. So we've got center line. And really what I need to do first before I do anything is put the eye plane in so that I can go ahead and draw the rest of the marks. And we're going to kind of go through this not super fast, but not super slow either, time-wise. So the first thing I want to do is I want to come in straight in, and I'm going to be cut straight down, and I'm going to be establishing that eye plane. So you can kind of see what's going on there. And then I'm going to come in from the side. And all this will get shaped up, so don't worry. Until I get enough of the height, put the eyes in. And I got a stringy piece of basswood here also. If anything, we can adjust this brim of the hat here. If we need more forehead, which we probably will. Okay, so I'm going to kind of clean this up a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna have to take some more, so we'll get to that here in just a little bit. Okay, so I've got something like that established. So with his nose, now we can go ahead and kind of pencil in where we think. So here's center point, bridge of his nose. Something like that. That's a little big right now, and we'll skinny all that up. So what I want to do first is go ahead and take this off us a little bit. Kind of around that. I probably should have did that first before I put my pencil lines in there, but that's okay. Take this down. A little bit too big. Try to keep it as even as we can. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. Now we can go ahead and put our lines back in. Something like that. And while we're here, let's just go ahead and set the bridge of this nose. So I'm just going to make a cut in and cut back to it. Cut down into it. Cut back to it. And this will give us some material there for some bags underneath his eyes. Let me go ahead and come all the way down here. Then we're just going to go ahead and cut this material off here. There. There. And work on this, bringing this material down too. Oh, that's right. We might be able to save that. What happens when you get a stringy piece? Now the challenge will be, can we fix it? We'll see. So now that I've done that, I've got to kind of make this same, make it match so it doesn't look out of place. See, sometimes you'll learn something you didn't even know what we were going to do today. Okay. I'm not quite sure if we can save this or not. Getting closer. It's crooked right now, but we'll fix that. See if I can get a I might be able to get enough material to make this look right. Maybe. A little sidetracked, but maybe we can, maybe, just maybe. All right. That might work. It's not really what I had planned, but okay. So we'll deal with that for the time being. So what I want to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and draw in where his mustache will be. I want this side a little bit higher. The cigarette's going to go somewhere right in there. And then sides of his beard are in there. Ear. His hair. And we got those a little off, but we'll fix all that. Okay. So now that we got that, all I'm going to do now is I'm going to use my V tool and follow those lines. I'm not worried about putting in the detail for the hair at the moment. Just want to get these outlined where they're going to be. And then the mustache, I don't put in all the little cuts and everything until later, but I'm just kind of outlining the bottom of them. Okay, so we've got all that. Oh, forgot his ears. Pretty close. Okay. So what I want to go ahead and do is I want to go ahead and open this up a little bit. I want to give him a little bit more room. Okay. So now we can come in here and open up those eyes a little bit. Something like that. So then that ball cap will come up. Somewhere right around in there. So we got something like that. Okay. So go ahead and mark his eyes. Like something like that. So you can use a V tool for this, or a knife, whichever. So all I want to do is follow those lines. This is shallow cut for the moment. Okay. Same thing here, just a shallow cut. I'm going to take, I've got just a small pencil knife that's easy to use, and I'm going to go back through those right in the bottom of that V tool cut, and I'm going to deepen that up. Okay. That was in there pretty deep. Then I'm just going to come in here and remove the sliver. When you paint and stain or antique these, all these little details, they'll stand out. So I'm going to take a triangle cut right there in the corner. One at the top. And then one here at the bottom. Now I'll clean up any of this mess here and kind of round that eye over a little bit. Okay, so I'll do the same thing over here. Be careful in these corners because this wood, now you may not be able to see it, but right here you can tell it definitely has a tendency to want to tear out. Be real careful with that. There's my triangle cut there. There, and then one here at the bottom. Now I want to round that over. Okay. So now let's fix this look here. And what I'm going to do, I want to take this down. There, and on this side as well. It'll give him some bags under his eyes. Take my knife. Something like that. And then in the corners, I'm going to make a couple of V-cuts. And then we'll thin this up quite a bit. Slope this nose back some. Just trying to save this piece because that nose breaking off is not what I had planned. I think it'll probably be okay. So let's go ahead and give him some nostrils. So I've got just a micro U-gouge here. I'm gonna go straight in there and straight in there. And I'll come back with my knife and pop that piece out. Picking his nose, if you will. give him some accent cuts here on his nose. Yeah, that'll have to work. Okay, so let's go ahead and work on his mustache area. And then so all I want to do is I'm just going to take my knife and follow my lines that I made. Make some deep cuts in there. Follow that around. Once you get that to the depth that you like, then you can go ahead and go in and put in the details of it. Get rid of our saw marks. And what I like to do is I don't like for it to be flat and even. I like to give it some depth and dimension. So right now I'm going to make a series of little triangular cuts. All this material is going to come down here in just a minute. I was really hoping that we could do this in 2 videos, but there's just too much here, so it's going to end up being 3. Okay, so now that I've got that beard in there, so now I'm going to do now is just come in here and put in some more tiny little V cuts. Just to kind of make it interesting. Okay, so he's not looking too bad. Let's go ahead and finish up this face area here. So with the V tools that we used before, I'm just going to follow that line again with my knife, just like we do on all of them. I'm going to cut down towards his beard. I'm going to round this off right there. And then I'm going to kind of come in from a angle, slight angle, and round back up towards the ball cap. Like that. Then about where the temple would be, I'm just going to make like a half circle cut. You kind of see that in there a little bit. And then just kind of round it off like so. It didn't look too bad. So you can see it added a lot more depth to it than what it just does over here on this side. So we're going to do the same thing. Cut down towards the beard. Hold my knife on an angle. Cut back up towards the hat. And take out that little triangular piece right there on his cheek. So we need to take off a little bit more here. Got a stubborn piece. Okay, and then so about where the temple would be, that half, oops, sorry, circular cut, and then kind of smooth this all out. So we got something like that. Kind of want to deepen this up a little bit. Kind of define that cheek and beard area. Okay. Then you can use your V-tool or your knife and just kind of come in here and follow the pattern of his forehead here around his eyes. And when we paint him, he'll change quite a bit. I don't think we're going to paint in this series, but I think we'll leave that up to the carvers to do that. Okay, so we've kind of got his face done. He's at a pretty good point. I think we'll stop and we'll finish it up in video number 3. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this so far, and sorry for the delay, but had some technical issues, so hopefully those are resolved. So stay tuned for video number 3.